we're doing episode 126's podcast with Biff and Geeking Out. So, quick announcements for those of you who were checking out New Gaming Order's channel earlier. There was a bit of news put up and some green screening, so I'm trying to do more of those episodes and kind of sharpen my saw and get it better. You know, this is my first time doing it in that venture, so with that being said, we're going to be hitting this podcast, and let's run this intro reel. Alex X is from New Jersey, and host of New Gaming Order, who is sponsored by FullScreen.net. Check them out. And we are going to turn these lights on and get this party started. Intro by Michael Hurdle of MichaelHurdle.com, the saltiest gamer in the world. Let's go. Alright, so we gonna make this happen. We're gonna come into the building. Alright, we are in the building.
Like Jerome.
I know Jerome in the house.
I say Jerome in the house. Wait a minute. And you know what? In other news, you know, just a quick PSA. Martin is supposed to be coming back with a reboot. Shimar and I were actually talking about this.
Allegedly.
Well,
Well, they had with Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell with Martin, so it was good just to see Tisha Campbell and Martin around each other.
Yeah, you do anything for some money.
I know, right?
Wow, to stay relevant.
Everybody said that. Yeah, that's terrible.
Wow, it's like, you know what? The Mad is leaving me. Shout out to Demizo FreePlay mode. But quick intros going around. Shinwar, what's going on, brother?
It's over there banging on that damn.
Demizo, no, you can't invade, sir. You don't watch Dragon Ball. I saw that message. He
wow.
said, "Can I invade?" What?
Well, can he throw shade? What?
This is an elite group. Hold on. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Ready to talk this Dragon Ball. I'm excited. I know there's another party in this party that's excited, and then there's another party in this party that's not excited.
I hate it. Wait a minute. Before we do Biff's intro, I'm gonna hot tag Demizo because I'm gonna need some backup on this one.
No, you don't need no backup.
No. I know it's gonna happen. I know.
Someone say backup.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yo, I ain't going. Yo, I'm not going into this half cocked. What?
What?
Wow. No, he's not. But Biff, quick intro. What you been up to? Did you enjoy the Super Bowl?
Man, fuck that Super Bowl. I protested the whole season. I held it down. I didn't watch no games.
I didn't watch no games either. I just watched the Super Bowl.
I didn't. Well, then you watched the game.
You watched the game, Alex. I didn't watch no games either, man. Even though my team was rough, didn't watch a single solitary game.
Yeah, I stood up for what's right this season, man. I'm so proud of myself. But besides that, you guys, it is my birthday week.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I was in Atlanta this weekend, and we celebrated. It was Dragon Ball theme, the whole thing.
Yeah, that was dope. I saw that.
On IG, Snap, or whatever. I use Twitter. You actually would have seen, got a look at it, a glimpse. I had a ball this weekend. My friends are really dope. Everybody came out dressed up as a Dragon Ball character or had some type of theme incorporated with it. I really had a ball. I know. And then to cap it off with the hubby doing his thing on this episode. I was such a high.
Wait a minute. You know Vegeta is legally married, right?
Oh, because my name is Bulma. Thank you.
Wow.
You know what?
That's her line. That's her line.
Aisha,
I got my man. Thank you.
Aisha Bulma. God.
My man is my man. That's
No, governments.
Wow. All right. And as I was giving shout outs earlier, well, Mr. FreePlay mode, I had to get my tag team partner because I might need some help.
That's terrible.
Help me.
They love to gang up on you. When
No. Wait a minute. It was 2-on-1. This is not Jiren versus Goku and Vegeta. Okay. All right.
No, because you guys love to run around. When it be Team Goku, y'all would jump any Vegeta or anybody that's anti-Goku. Y'all would jump
Yeah.
I need backup.
All right, Demizo, Mr. FreePlay mode. You know, thank you for joining at the last minute. But since you haven't been on this particular broadcast, can you tell the audience that watches this podcast about your channel before we get started?
Well, as you so eloquently said, my channel is FreePlay Mode on YouTube. It is a New Gaming Order affiliate because I am a frequent guest on the New Gaming Order podcast. So be sure to check that out and support me if you support the New Gaming.
Oh, we got another member.
Is it Trunks?
Wow.
Wait, hold on now. This ain't no free for all because I need to get my words in about my husband.
Oh, all right, bet. All right, so, Biff, you got the steering wheel because I don't want no backseat drivers because I'm gonna do it. If I do it.
When you going to steer the wheel?
On the last episode.
What?
No. Oh.
That's fine. You can do it on the very last episode, the very last one. That's fine.
Wow, the very last.
I got back of the bust.
You can do one. You can do 131.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was gonna do 132. What?
It's like what Sabretooth said in the X-Men movie. Like, look at you, all back of the bust and shit.
Wow, terrible. All right, narrator, let's make this happen.
All right, let's get into this exciting episode.
All right. Oh, hold on. Before you get started, shout out to those in the chat. I see hell yeah. Let me take a look. Oh, that's you, Black Boma. Unbelievable.
Wow.
It's me. All right. Go ahead. All right. So.
Okay. We opened up this episode. Basically, I'm full of the energy of last week. Topo basically became a full-fledged god of destruction, and he was just beat the shit out of Frieza. Poor Frieza. He nearly eliminated him until 17 actually knocked Frieza back in or kept him from rolling off, whichever you prefer. And then that gave us the start of this episode. Now, as we come into this episode, we see Android 17 basically going back and forth with Topo in his god form. Topo has turned into this beast. He's a survivalist. It's no longer about on justice, nigga. It's about I need to survive. So, damn. Of course, he turns it up a notch. He tells 17 his resistance is meaningless, but 17 still, with all his stamina, still pretty good health, vows that he's gonna, keep fighting him. So basically, at one point, 17 launched a huge Kai beam that Topo kind of deflected with his destruction Kai. So noticing that, I guess Topo has a small break, only can launch his power towards whatever at that particular moment. 17. Excuse me, y'all. Stop it. 17 noticed that Topo can only shoot in one direction, so basically he tried to use that to his advantage, and a pile of rubber basically crushed Topo. And that's about your first 5 minutes.
Now, to jump in with this, the way this episode started, do you remember on the last few podcasts I kept saying that it looked like how they kept starting off with Goku, Vegeta versus Jiren? This was a complete reverse on this episode because, you didn't see Vegeta and Goku until like halfway anyway. But with this, it's almost as if they were repeating pieces of the last episode.
Yeah, they recapped it, which honestly, I felt like they shouldn't have done that because they probably could have put more into the episode. But they put the end of the last episode as the opening for this one. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it could like a good quarter of the episode. It's like Shinmar mentioned, we could have got a lot more. We could have got a lot further with it.
Because you know what's funny about that? Because they just showed the recap in the preview in the opening.
I think there's a reason why they did that. They kind of did it to illustrate, like, while this is happening, this is also happening at the same time.
Yeah, but no. But you're right. But Dave, they just in the opening of the actual show, they just showed it in the recap, and I'm like, that didn't make sense.
How do you recap what you ain't cap? Let's recap to the recap. Wow, unbelievable.
Unless they really want to point out that Topo is dangerous. I get it.
Like,
I get it.
What they're doing, like they've done it a few times in the Tournament of Power arc, they mainly do it to show that like this is a continuous thing, not like okay, this event is happening after this event. They're mainly doing it to illustrate like all this stuff is happening at the same time.
Okay. Well, fair enough. But it's like I don't know, maybe because we're the desire, the hunger to see what's happening next and how this is gonna unfold. To someone like me, that's kind of annoying. It's like get to it already.
Like what they did was essentially show like what happened in a previous episode, but from like the perspective of Topo and 17 and Frieza, essentially.
Okay. Got it. All right, so Biff, continue.
All right, so again, recapping again what just happened. Topo basically gets a ton of rubble, rocks, everything. That arena is falling apart, dropped on him. And for a moment, everybody thinks, that's the end of Topo. 17 found a way, but of course, we know that's not how this show works. That is not how Toriyama works, and we are going to get a better version of Topo. 17 has not brought it out. So, that being said, Topo, again, appears unscathed. He comes out. He's on his Devo shit, and he starts shooting at 17 with a bunch of key blasts. So, basically, 17 takes these on, and he's about to get destroyed. And Topo at that point says he can't destroy 17. So I don't know if you kind of noticed that. I think Topo just hates Frieza. Because he's treating Frieza and 17 like...
Frieza.
Wait, Bust the Groove over here?
Yeah, he definitely treats 17 with like a little bit more respect. I guess respect as a fighter, I'll put it that way.
You know what? To caveat on that, I believe that's 100% right. I think with his survivalist mindset now, Topo is still engaging 17 with like you said with some sort of respect. But Frieza, he's like trash am I? What?
I think he I don't think he respects Frieza at all because
no.
Oh no, we know he don't.
No, like the reason why he doesn't respect him though is because Frieza forced him to become something that he'd been fighting. Like he didn't want to become this. Like,
well, I don't know, because if he didn't want to become that, he wouldn't be training.
He was already a candidate for God of Destruction.
But it's not like he's the only one. Like
no.
For that one candidate.
For that universe, he was. He was the candidate. The issue was with him being a Pride Trooper. It was the whole justice.
It was contradicting.
He was conflicted with.
Yeah,
he was conflicted with that.
Yeah, it was a contradiction of his morals.
But you could see how he approached Frieza. He truly hates Frieza for making him become the god of destruction.
Right. So in the episode before this, in 125. You're right. So he was doing the beam struggle with 17, and then you got Frieza in the back just finger blasting his black. You're right. He's like, you pretty much pushed me to this. Okay, no, I see. Because Jiren did say, oh, you made up your mind. Pretty much based off of what happened with Frieza, Topo made up his mind to really let it all go and become a god of destruction because pretty much what Frieza did to him. Okay.
Yeah, he was about to be defeated, and he's like, I have to win at all costs, So,
and we're going to get into that later, because look what happened.
This episode had a lot of contrasts and callbacks, which is going to play some good theory, and hopefully it doesn't get long-winded, but it's some good stuff that Shimar and I actually talked about the other day. But continue, Biff.
So basically, after Topo said that he's not going to destroy 17, he's just going to use a large key blast to destroy him. So as he was building up this key blast, Jesu interrupts once again. Everybody was wondering what happened to Frieza. Well, Frieza don't die. He's like a roach. He came right on back.
I was happy.
Quick. You know what's funny? I didn't like that.
What?
I felt listen. Just previously before that, Frieza was pretty much unconscious. And then, threw him over the edge. 17 saved him. I thought it was too soon for him to come back like that. It was like, this dude just got wrecked. He, Topo called him garbage, squeezed him by his head, and Frieza just came back just like that. I think I would have waited until 127 to show Frieza again. You know what I mean?
I disagree because Frieza is a powerful being. He was let's not forget that he was Beerus's right-hand man at one point.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think with Topo, with his power, you have to show that he's a legitimate threat.
Fighter. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, he's showing that he's a legitimate threat, but you also have to play up how powerful Frieza is. It's not like the guy can't recover.
It's like WWE, let's be honest. Who's going over?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I will say this, though. Honestly, I would have had Topo eliminate at least 17 before Vegeta kicked him out. Just to show how legitimate Topo was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had Topo eliminate 17 because you can see as they're fighting, he's still holding back because he respects 17 on some level.
Yeah, and Biff made reference to that too. But
so what do you say? He should have at least eliminate Frieza then?
I think he should have got rid of Frieza before he went.
No, right. But Frieza's wait.
He should have eliminated Frieza before he went, not 17.
But
at the same time, Frieza is this wild card. I feel like Frieza.
Yeah, he's gonna do something.
Some crazy shit.
But I agree with you. Yes, but story-wise, no. Story-wise, because they're holding Frieza for the end. You know that.
You know what? Honestly, I had my theory, and I'll probably save it for the end. But like, Frieza's gonna play a big part in the conclusion of this thing. You know, he played it very smart, and he's probably gonna make some sort of sacrifice just to. We'll wait till the end. But Biff, continue.
Okay, so Frieza then paralyzes Topo in place, and he tried to use his telekinesis to launch more robot at Topo. Sorry guys, I have pizza in my mouth.
You got what?
Basically, Frieza tried to use paralysis on Topo. Topo just kind of laughed.
It worked for a second though, unless he was kind of sandbagging.
I think it only worked because Topo was surprised that Frieza had enough to get his ass back up and try it. I think he was shocked that he tried it.
They should have coordinated like with the paralysis, and then 17 should have tried to eliminate him at that point. You know, or did something.
No, because then you wouldn't have got the fight between him and Vegeta.
You know what? Okay.
Exactly. So as Topo, basically as Topo remains unbothered, he goes up and grabs Frieza by the neck. He then tosses Frieza aside again. And as soon as he tosses Frieza aside, we start to see 3 people battling and basically a barrage of ki blasts all over the map, world, arena, whatever you want to call it. And we don't know who's fighting until we see, who's that? Jiren, Vegeta, and Goku are fighting.
Yep.
Oh yeah, their ki was actually interrupting the other fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was kind of like y'all both they were getting in each other's way. Put it like that.
Yeah.
Jiren is basically having a field day with Vegeta and Goku in their uncoordinated attack. So Jiren's getting agitated, he's getting irritated, and we start to notice that here. And then from there, we've seen that Jiren and Topo basically give each other a look after Jiren has sent out what was it, like a wave of energy that basically knocked Frieza and Android 17 out. So here we have these 5 guys sitting here, and and Jiren and Topo give each other a look, and Topo immediately takes over to fight Vegeta. Okay. That leaves Jiren and Goku, and they basically faded to black on this episode.
Now, you know what? At this checkpoint, I thought it was pretty cool. Shinwa and I were talking about this where, as the ki blast or the force of the hits that were on the receiving end of Jiren and, Goku and Vegeta, as Topo was just like, what the hell is this? Because it was literally slashing in their way. So Topo was like, oh, Jiren. So it looked like his attention went over to that other fight. He goes over there, and it was so cool how, the Pride Troopers still had that, Jiren gave him that nod, that look. Topo was like, okay. Then he started attacking Vegeta. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'm like, what is this, WWE? Or like something on Raw just went down.
Well, you forgot one part where Topo, threw the fireball at
Frieza
and 17.
Yes.
No,
yeah. Jiren did that.
That was Jiren, yeah.
Now,
you forgot that part where Jiren threw the fireball at Frieza and 17, effectively taking them out of action.
I just said that.
No,
She did say that.
yeah. You know what? With that, I think that I thought somebody should have been eliminated there. You know what I mean? As a testament to Jiren's power. You know what I mean? Like,
But remember, hold on. Remember, Jiren has not eliminated anybody. Remember that.
That's
what?
Whipping people's ass.
Yeah, but that's a callback to the manga. If you read the manga, you'll get the clues from there. Why he wasn't yet.
What?
And
What? You know what he's gonna start doing? He's gonna start doing like Braun Strowman and
he's very
eliminating
peaceful.
people.
Well, he's peaceful, but he's a jerk. But we'll get into that. But
Well, peaceful by any means necessary.
right.
Jiren the jerk.
What?
All right, but with
Yeah,
that,
but real quick, with Jiren getting agitated at Goku and Vegeta, he called them impudent bastards.
Mm-hmm.
They kept coming at this man like they will not stop.
but you see, and this is like just I don't know a contradiction to this guy's a peaceful. He's peaceful. He's like, have you ever seen Goku like, oh you bastard, this and that, or talking like Jiren?
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's Jiren is not used to. He's used to one hit. That's it. You're done.
He hasn't been tested.
These guys keep coming, and he's like, "Yo, what the heck?" Like, they're persistent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did say this. Demizo, your thoughts before Biff moves on to the next checkpoint.
Well,
Alrighty then.
Oh, all right. Well, continue.
Okay, before I even get started, I just want to give a shout out to all the Vegeta haters. Everybody that sat on my statuses, everybody that was in my DMs arguing me down, talking about Vegeta's about to get eliminated. I just want to give a shout out to y'all sad ass Sally, because guess what, baby? We still here. We still thriving. Did you see that?
The Eagles and Vegeta. The Eagles and
Vegeta. Wow. Oh, you see what I put in the chat?
No.
Oh, hey, you know what? I don't think there's any Vegeta haters. You know what I mean? So, but I will say, Vegeta earned some serious cred in this episode.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
You see what I'm saying? Sensitive New England Patriot style fan.
He got my respect. He don't want your respect.
Right.
He can get out of my bed.
He wants
Charles.
Kakarot's
Terrible.
He wants Goku's respect.
Right. You want to run around with Kakarot. Go ahead.
Like, I'll get up to you next time, Kakarot.
Everybody running around here like they barred out kids or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's my man's name, man?
All three of y'all. Come on.
Wow.
I ain't gonna say it no more. No, let me stop. Go ahead. You know
I just
what?
wanna give
That's inflammatory. That is well, this segment right here is inflammatory.
Inflammatory. What?
It's inflammatory. Wow.
Go ahead.
Alright then. So then Toppo starts unleashing like a ton of ki blasts barrage on Vegeta. And as Universe 7 says, they'll need to stop Jiren. They both need both fighters, Vegeta and Goku, both to fight Jiren at the same time. Somehow, they've been pulled apart, and for whatever reason, Universe 7 morale has gone down. That's the first time you kind of seen that. As your number one cheerleader, Krillin, he was starting to, his face was starting to scrunch up a little bit. If anybody caught that. So basically, as Toriyama's formula predicts it, Vegeta launched a full power Final Flash, and Toppo basically blocked it with his Hakai. And basically, Vegeta told him he will never be defeated by anybody that has any type of energy or destruction. And he fights back, but is basically unable to deflect the Hakai power initially. Then basically, him and Vegeta, they get into their little dramatic dialogue. The music starts going slow, and Toppo told Vegeta he'll never win if this is all his power can do. And basically, Vegeta does what he does best. He reaches deep down, looks for that same pride, and bam, throwback.
Okay, wait. I got something to say.
Hot tag.
Hot tag. Thank you, sir. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk. That entire scene from when Toppo and Vegeta start. First of all, this is the continuation from when they first met, and Toppo got the last hit on Vegeta, knocking him away. Mm-hmm. So now this is their final match, and it's good that Vegeta has a rival of his own.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a callback. I mean, me and Alex talked about this. Hopefully, everybody else picked up on it. From when Toppo knocked Vegeta into the rocks, right? And Vegeta had his arms out. That was a callback to the Majin Vegeta arc with him and Goku. It's the roles were reversed, and pretty much Toppo was Majin Vegeta. He gave up his own self, his own identity to gain power. And it's funny how, Vegeta's looking at it, and I know Vegeta thought back in his mind, like, wait a minute, that was me at one point. Yeah. And pretty much like Biff said, he dug deep. He thought about Trunks, thought about Bulma, Bulla, thought about Kaba, and he thought about his own pride. And I just love what he said. He was like, I won't cast nothing aside. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty much, I am who I am, and you threw your identity away for power. I love that, boy.
And you know what? I wanted to step in on that. This was like, Vegeta became more Goku-like because he was drawing on the sense that of his family, all the flashbacks to kind of power him up even more. And this was redemption for that Majin stuff because he became a puppet to Babidi, but technically he wasn't. It seemed like he was in control the whole time, but he used Babidi to get to Super Saiyan 2,
Yeah, but he had to. He pretty much gave himself up for that, though. Yeah. Controlled and possessed.
Yeah, and to defeat somebody that did the same as him was his redemption.
Yeah,
to erase that what happened, and that what got me hyped. I'm like, Vegeta, I had to tip my hat off there because. All the callbacks, and if you're a true fan, you'll see, you'll understand what we're talking about. If you're just getting into Super, like the next series that Biff is gonna lead, talking about the old stuff, it's gonna really fill in some of the gaps. And what Shinhwa was saying was holds a lot of weight. Like Vegeta, this was his redemption. FreePlay mode, you back? I guess he fell off. All right, continue.
So now that we see Vegeta reach once again a whole new level, and this actually goes back to the stands in Universe 7. And I was just looking at something Piccolo Paul did. Let's say Super Saiyan God Blue Beyond. So. Yeah, Super Saiyan Blue beyond that. Beyond that. So basically,
he still hasn't gone Ultra Instinct though.
No, we don't think he's. I think his version of Ultra Instinct will be different. But basically, I know it blew up over the weekend. People were trying to give it a name. It doesn't have a for sure name per se, but I know some of the ones they seen was what is it? Beyond Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Beyond Blue have become popular.
I'm hearing Royal Blue or something they're trying to give it like that Prince.
They just doing too much with that for real. They he just tapped into all his power. That's all it is.
No, what you're not gonna do is try to knock down my man.
I'm not gonna knock down.
Ding 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 ding.
I'm not gonna assign it somebody's name though. It's not like he went extra. He just reached the upper limits of what Blue will be.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, all right. Wait.
Destroyed a god. It's about he didn't do nothing extra.
No.
I mean, he didn't go to an extra form. He went to the.
That was a new form.
That was a new form.
No. He went to the upper limits of that form. He didn't go like what Goku did from Blue to Ultra Instinct. That's a new form.
You're doing that.
Okay.
Stuff where you feel like every time somebody gets to this level, they need to change their look.
No. Here, all right. Check it.
He did change his look. He got the blue aura. That's the upper level of that blue aura look.
And not only that, his hair.
It's a new form for him.
But
it's just the upper level of that.
Wait, before we get in a loop, the Mizzle, my thing was how I explained it to myself. You know how Goku has Kaioken? Vegeta has his own thing where he got to another state, but that's exclusive to him. I think that is
the upper level of that blue aura form, just like the Kaioken times
20.
Okay, but hold on.
Is the upper level of that form.
Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. They're different transformations, but it's still a Super Saiyan. But there's forms within that. So
like
Super Saiyan 3,
raising.
was that? Hold on. Super Saiyan 3, was that not the next echelon within the Super Saiyan ranks?
Yes.
Right. So it's a new. It was a new form with Vegeta. So did you not see the different tint of blue? Did you not see him bulk up? It's a different form.
He didn't bulk up.
Yes, he did.
Game over.
You don't watch the episode like 3 times.
No, he did. Matter of fact,
He bulked up in his shoulders.
They made a point about that and all the spoilers and reviews. Yo, he is bulked up.
But you know what?
They said a lot of people say Super Vegeta. Matter of fact, I was just reading that. Sorry, but back in. They called it Super Vegeta because that's how he looked originally in his Super Vegeta form.
Mm-hmm.
He was bulky.
And he realized that form was too slow.
Yeah, you know what? What we're gonna do? We're gonna have that debate on another show specifically for that because
I'm not coming back for this. No, I'm just
playing. because I believe that. Without sidetracking, they have to explain it because if they leave it to speculation, people are gonna argue.
Time out, and just for the record, they did not explain Trunks' transformation
until Dragon Ball
Super
Heroes.
Saiyan Rage. It was Dragon Ball Heroes that gave it the name, so don't expect the series to always give you the name. Just saying.
I'm kind of looking for the manga since we're so far behind.
That's true too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, Biff, continue. Woo.
Okay.
I had to be the referee and then disqualify people. All right, go ahead.
Okay, actually, caveat. What's your favorite word? Caveating that Piccolo noted that his body is much stronger than when it was back in the Majin Buu saga. Mm-hmm. That's why. Well, let me back it up a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Went a little hit. So basically, after him and Toppo go at it, once Vegeta has leveled up and you see this new, bulky, powerful, just with the urgency type of Vegeta, him and Toppo go at it. Toppo cannot launch any Hakai, key blast, anything to keep Vegeta away.
Bopping him.
He was going through the Hakais too. Yeah.
Yeah. Vegeta put those hands on Toppo, and Toppo didn't even know what to do. It got to the point where even Universe 11 was just kind of like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, their Kai was like, what?
Now, hold on. Now, and Alex, I said this. Belmont was like, just destroy everything, Hakai everything, long as you don't kill him. Now, I'm like this. Toppo should have been disqualified, first of all, but that's neither here nor there.
They keep bending the rules. They're doing like the Patriots, referees and changes stuff.
Don't kill anybody. That's the only rule.
Now you do know.
How many times did they break the flying rule? Come on.
No, they never broke it.
Wasn't this supposed to be among mortals? Once you're destruction, you're no longer mortal, right?
No, he's still mortal. Like
they can die.
They can still die.
Yeah, but hold on. I hear what you're saying, Dave, but think about this. Toppo was Hakaiing towards the end of his defeat. He was Hakaiing all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Hakai.
Now, even though Vegeta did break through one of those with his bare fist, what would have happened if he got hit with one of those Hakais?
You would have died.
Remember, Vegeta was dipping them, and they were hitting those rocks. They weren't destroying the rocks, like blowing it up. Those rocks were disappearing. They no longer exist. What if Vegeta would have got hit by that? He would have died.
Yeah, he would have got killed.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he would have got killed. Yeah. Well,
he would have got killed.
That should be an illegal maneuver, like Vince banning the pile driver. Come on.
Dog, he was like, Hakai. Come on,
But they're only counting moves that actually kill, not if you use a maneuver. It could be used as a psychological effect. Hey, I'm gonna use this move that could possibly kill you.
He was aiming it at people, dude. He was aiming at. It's like, hey, I'm gonna point the gun at somebody, and then I don't want to kill them, but it's a psychological. What? No, he was trying to kill people.
Belmont put out the hit. No,
he was like, Dave. He was trying to kill him. Vegeta was dipping it. You saw when the Hakai energy hit the rocks. Come on,
I saw it.
He was trying to kill him, yo.
Bro, Belmont was like, just destroy it. Just destroy the arena. Destroy it.
As long as you don't kill him. Come on. Right. insane.
Belmont was like freaking Paul Heyman. He's a F5 everything.
Yeah, he was desperate, yo.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Belmont and Beers have switched positions. Because Beers was the one that initially at the beginning of the arc just screaming and losing his mind over everybody fighting. And now Beers more or less is taking it in. Now he's quiet. Now he's like, okay, they got this. I see it, like the potential. I think it's funny now. And you know what's even more funny is the irony that Universe 11 was so sure in Jiren and Topho, and hell, even Dispo, that they didn't really care about nobody else on that team except for those three. And the irony that Topho got put out and they're all sitting there like, damn.
Well, before we move on to the next checkpoint, I'm going to say this. Universe 11, I think their fighters are more powerful. Universe 7, they're more cunning. They're smarter. And I think that's what, like, okay, who would have thought Gohan would have just trapped Dispo and eliminated himself? A Saiyan trap. You know what I mean? And how Goku, when he was fighting Jiren with the Destructo Disc and the key mines and all that, they're smart. They're really smart.
But you know, at the beginning of this arc, Whis kept saying teamwork. You didn't know that was always noted. Everybody kept saying teamwork gonna win.
Yeah, there was something about strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Biff, continue.
All right, so basically, after Vegeta decides to beat up on Topho, Topho basically says he's gonna launch his powerful attack, and Vegeta said he's gonna do the same, which is then.
Hold on, let me get a hand.
Well, wait. Can you recap that?
Clapping, yo.
I have to give it back. This one, your music, basically your dramatic music turns on, and you know it's about to turn up. And I'm sitting there screaming in motherfucking Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot for my man Vegeta. And basically, Vegeta, don't play with me. Go.
Who was? Go ahead.
So basically, Vegeta is about to launch the attack. If you can remember from the Majin Buu arc, it actually killed him, but he's about to try to launch this attack on Topho.
I thought he was done. I was like, not again. Go ahead.
But then I feel like it wouldn't be as nostalgic as it was. But basically, Piccolo flashback to when Vegeta self-sacrificed himself. And as Vegeta keeps building his energy, Topho is like, oh, you're not finna outdo me with your energy. And he builds up a large amount of Hakai energy.
Hakai!
So then Topho launches his Hakai energy and it clashes with Vegeta's butt. Vegeta's digging down deep, digging into that Saiyan power. He's able to break out of Topho's Hakai and basically overwhelms Topho with it. The blast basically annihilated all of the arena, basically where the rocks and everything that was staying. There was basically nothing left. There's a huge crater left, and Topho is now eliminated as he appears on the stands, and Dispo goes to console him.
Now, let's use this checkpoint
right there. Can we pause right there, please?
Yeah. You know, I want to jump in first. So that I don't think Vegeta's blast overpowered the Hakai. I think he absorbed it because you don't see it disintegrate or anything, because when it went into that force ball that he was creating, it got bigger.
Well, it looked like it covered Vegeta's final explosion, and then Vegeta's energy broke through it.
Yeah,
but it could be wrong. You're right.
I think that's what's going to be the catalyst for his Ultra Instinct transformation.
Oh, that's a good theory. I like that.
Possibly.
Just like how when Goku did the Spirit Bomb and Jiren destroyed it and it reflected back at him. I think that absorption of all that energy is gonna trigger Vegeta's Ultra Instinct transformation.
It's possible. At this point, anything's possible.
Man, yeah, my theory. I thought my theory died a long time ago, but it still seems like it's kind of floating around.
I still think my theory is gonna come true though.
I think they're gonna do Gogeta Vegito. And that's because I believe that's because since Goku's already Ultra Instinct defense, I think Vegeta's gonna be Ultra Instinct attack since he has more of that killer.
Yeah, but you know, when he was wailing on Topho, did he do the hurricane kick from Street Fighter, yo? Did y'all see that?
Wow.
Vegeta dipped the Hakai. He came up with that kick, turned around and kicked him again, yo. I said he did the Tatsumaki tuck you.
No, I thought he went like a burn knuckle because he was up in his face. He was like, in your face. What did the
Yeah,
What did the four knuckles say to the face? Punch, dude, all up in there.
He broke Topo, but when Topo appeared back in the bleachers, yo, dog, he was breathing.
He was shook up. Yeah,
but you know what? The thing, he was knocked out of that God of Destruction form too.
Yeah, that was it, yo. He was done.
Now you know.
And hold on. I appreciate Dispo running over, like
to consoling him. That's his boy. You know.
I thought that was cool. I did like that. The camaraderie. I did like that. Amongst other things.
I also liked how Jiren was dismissive of him. Yeah.
We ain't got there yet. We ain't got
Go ahead.
we ain't got there yet. We're gonna get to that shade and tea.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So basically, after Topo is eliminated from the Tournament of Power, the Grand Priest announces it, and we don't see Vegeta for a few minutes, which is really a couple seconds. And as always, Universe 7 thinks that Vegeta has still sacrificed himself, but he doesn't appear in the stand. So where does he appear? In the middle of that crater, still standing, barely holding on.
Hold on, and the brother was shirtless.
Yeah.
Is this the first time?
Yeah, the first time. Yeah.
No, that's not the first time. Not the first time. The shower scene. I think there was a shower scene in Dragon Ball.
In combat.
In combat, yes.
Yeah.
In combat, yes.
Mm-hmm. But you see, the cool thing is, how Piccolo was making the explanations. It's funny, they shifted from Whis to Piccolo, right? And to make sense of what was happening, I was just like, I hope Vegeta is not gone. And this is coming from a certified Vegeta hater, according to Biff.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I was like, Vegeta can't go, not like this. And to see him survive it, it was like, his body's more resistant, and I believe
want my money.
I believe that he survived that training that he had the 6 months up on Goku. I think paid a lot of benefit because he was able to use it and survive. Good job, Vegeta. That was dope.
Yeah. When are we gonna talk theories again? Because I have a really interesting one that came up.
Well, hold on, before we do that, if you notice, drained the stamina right out of him, yo.
Yeah, he's done. He's at the point where Goku was after the Ultra Instinct ran out. So that like Demizo said, that he might be tapping into it like right before the end, or hopefully we get a Vegito or Vegarot Ultra Instinct.
What? Vegarot?
Yeah, that's Vegito's correct name.
Okay.
No, it is. It is.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex.
It's in the manga. It's Vegarot, not Vegito. It was a mistranslation coming over from Funimation.
Oh. The more you know.
Okay.
That rainbow, the more you know.
But okay, after that, once we see Topo and Vegeta still standing, who do we zoom in on? Jiren. Oh, and as we get to Jiren is not happy.
And you know what? Before you continue, anyone that doubted what I said, I told you so. I told you so. I knew it from way back when. I'm like, something's up with this guy. You're gonna see his true colors. And I'm gonna let them. I'm patting myself on the back like that dude in WWE. What was his name?
Barry Horowitz.
Yeah. Alex Horowitz. Let's go.
No, I feel where Jiren coming from now. Because first, I knew something was up. When Topo went God of Destruction, Jiren, little eyebrows went up and was like, oh, you made your choice? Right. I knew Jiren felt some type of way right then and there.
You think so?
Yeah,
okay.
I knew he felt some type of way about it. Because then I think now, once Topo said, basically it's all survival, Jiren is all about the peace. He's not going to kill you, but he will beat you to a pulp. Topo at that point was trying to kill Vegeta. And I think that in turn started to put a nasty taste in in Jiren's mouth. And basically, since that power, that dark energy took over Topo, and it's kind of like he lost himself. I think Jiren lost his respect for Topo.
But you know what?
Because you can't say that he's a butthole, because after he dug into Topo's ass, he turned around and he congratulated Vegeta for getting stronger.
Right. But hold on. But when you look at the Pride Troopers, right? When I see Dispo run over to Topo after he defeated, concerned for his boy, he didn't say, "Oh, look how pathetic you were." No.
Yeah. He said to Topo.
Yeah, even when our universe 7 people were getting eliminated, right? They were like, "You did a great job. You did good. At least you took somebody out." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right?
Even Beerus was doing it.
Even Beerus was doing it, right? So for Jiren to, and the way Jiren said it was like, "Okay, I get you're disappointed. I get it, but okay, even still, Biff. That's why Goku said, "Hey, how can you say that?" That's why Goku said that.
Yeah, and then he had
I have a theory on
Yeah, but I think, like I said, that goes back to down to why they were Justice Troopers in the first place. I feel like eventually we're going to get like a flashback of why I joined it. And I feel like that's the beef between Topo and Jiren, because now I feel like Topo went against everything that he said he was going to stand for.
Yeah.
Out of destruction.
Okay.
Right, that's true, but
I disagree with that entirely, because the way Jiren popped off at Topo, it shows, like, and the rest of them for that matter, because it shows that he's like the outcast. They recognize that he's the most strongest of them, but he's not truly of them, you know?
Oh, I think I like that. I mean, not
like the way he reacted towards Topo, it was like, you can tell his was like, I'm mad at you that you didn't go further. Like, you had more in you and you didn't go further.
Okay, I'll be upset about that too. Like, the universe is on the line.
Yeah, but that's why Dispo was like, "What?" When Jiren said that, Dispo was like, "Nani? Like what?" Like,
yeah.
Gonna say
it's
that?
like that's your teammate. Like he almost
they're
died.
supposed to be pride troopers. They're supposed to be, justice. Not saying they got to be all goody two shoes, but your man just went all out. Like, it's survival. I get that. But how are you gonna say that?
I feel like the manga.
But you could see that from the start, though. Look at how in all the episodes when they feature the Pride Troopers, look how they interact with Jiren versus everybody else. The rest of them interact with each other.
No, you're right, but Jiren is their trump card.
No, they back him, but they don't like him.
Hold on, wait.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Dave, have you read the manga when they had a little backstory for Jiren entering the Tournament of Power?
He didn't want to. He was reluctant.
He didn't want to. So initially, Topo was like, "Yo, dude, like, okay, we need a 10-man team or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Will you join us?" And Jiren was coming to help them because they were fighting this big creature or whatever. And Jiren came through and destroyed the creature, like, so fast. But...
And he flew. He didn't even catch a rocket ship. My man flew.
He flew. Yeah, he flew. But just going back to it, no, I don't think this fact that they don't like him. Like, Jiren, we don't know Jiren as the audience, right? So when we see in the anime, we know Jiren and Topo have some type of relationship, some type of connection. Because even when Topo was asking Jiren, like, "Hey, why don't you join the team?" Jiren was like, "No." He's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it."
That's why I think my theory is of he's among them, but he's not of them.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. He's very like standoffish.
I don't know. Him and Topo got their own.
Oh, we got an echo.
The computer.
we got
like he like whenever you see Jiren fight, he does just enough to incapacitate whoever he's fighting or whoever comes up to fight him, but he doesn't eliminate them.
And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. In the manga, this is why you got to read the manga.
Rules has an echo. Turn your computer down.
What happened?
Yeah,
I can hear it. It's a bad echo.
Yeah, Dave. In the manga, Jiren said that initially he declined it because he said if I had to eliminate somebody to destroy another universe, he won't do that. So he said, "I'll enter the tournament." What the heck did he say? "I'll enter the tournament," but he's like pretty much anything goes. That's why he hasn't eliminated anybody. Because he doesn't want any universe to get destroyed.
He doesn't even want to be there.
But when Topo mentioned the Dragon Balls, there's a wish that Jiren wants to make, and that's what brought him in there.
And Belmont knew that, so
Yeah.
Belmont used that for the bait for him to come on in.
But you know
Exactly.
what? Did they ever explain what that wish was?
No, we don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out within the next few episodes as Jiren is gonna power up and we're gonna see.
Rumors was his family. There's a wife.
Or
Who
his race,
knows?
or his race, or whatever.
Or his
he is.
race, yeah.
So
I don't know.
You know what? My thing is, like, if you're a hero or a good guy, I don't know. Maybe that's the formula for me. Like Goku.
But who said Jiren was a good guy?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I was gonna get into that. It's like, okay, you're part of the Pride Troopers, justice, fist, justice, dab, all that, right? So, if maybe the formula has been broken for me because, like, I expect the protagonist to act a certain way, you know. And Jiren seems like a heel. Like, he's just like, oh yeah, you know, pathetic. I expected better of you. It's like no remorse, like no nothing. That's your brother in arms. It's like me telling someone in my squad, in my unit, that
You suck.
Yeah, you suck. Yeah, I'm telling him you suck because you got shot in the leg, or you know, you got taken out by the enemy. Like
No,
you know,
like you said, we don't know the whole backstory. We don't know how deep Topo and Jiren go. They might really look at each other like brothers. Like, you can talk to your sibling. You might not talk to your coworker like that, but you can talk to your sibling how you talk to your sibling.
you're going a little harder on family. You know,
I have a theory about Jiren, and that his race was destroyed, and Topo found him as the last of his race and promised him retribution against those who destroyed his race. That's the only reason why he's a justice trooper. He doesn't believe in their philosophy. He's just in it for the revenge.
Well, no. He is, because he mentioned it in the manga. He mentioned he's about justice, though. He did.
No, he's about what's doing right, what's right.
Right.
That's why he won't kill nobody, because that's not
Right.
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 so
exactly.
he's who doesn't kill Batman? So he's like, you know,
Batman has killed people. He doesn't make it a point to kill people. He doesn't go out.
He was killing people in Batman Returns, yo.
I was
Disappointed at that, yo.
Well, that's the Dark Knight Returns version of Batman.
Dog, real quick, he put that dynamite on that and stuffed him down that shaft. Oh, that dude blew up. And somebody was like, nah, he took it off in time. No, he didn't.
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I would have died falling down a shaft.
Dude died, yo. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck?
All right.
But anyway, go ahead.
All right, so let's bring us home, and then you do the
Who is that in the background?
Yo, Ace, get out of here.
So then afterwards, after Jiren berates Topo and everybody's shocked,
He called the popo.
even kicked the shit out of Goku for Goku bringing up a point trying to defend Topo. Like, what you
That was
got
like
going
a
on?
pimp kick, yo. He was like,
He
fuck up.
did, and he knocked him out of point too.
Jerry hit him with shut up kick, yo. Shut up.
Right.
He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, mind your business.
Like,
This
get the
grown
fuck
folks' business.
He done shit at. Wow.
So then at the very, very end, he then turns around and he tells everybody, feast your eyes on this. And he begins to charge a new power. And with that, we have 4 warriors left. There's 4 minutes left. 4 is actually a very lucky number. So I'm expecting next week to be...
Wait, how many episodes left? How many episodes? Wait,
4.
So a minute an episode. That's what it's going to be?
Yeah, basically. Well, yeah, 27, 28, 29, 30, because you know 31 is basically going to be like the
conclusion, yeah.
aftermath. Yeah, so yeah, we got 4 minutes. 4 episodes, 4 minutes. So
And we know who's next to go.
yeah.
Yeah, well, as evident in the title of the
But
next
you know,
episode.
17 is the MVP, yo.
He
That
is.
dude,
I give it to him.
yo.
I give him.
And that's messed up. And he wasn't in the initial roster of Dragon Ball
Hold on,
Fighters.
wait, real quick. Remember when everybody was looking for Vegeta after he did the final explosion?
Yeah.
And like Piccolo and Krillin, everybody was happy. But then when 17 came up off the rock, the only person that was happy was 18.
It was 20.
Oh,
Krillin was happy too.
Yeah, Krillin was happy. That's his brother-in-law.
I guess I missed that part because I know he was happy for Vegeta.
Krillin is the ultimate cheerleader anyway.
yeah, and 17 was holding his stomach. Yeah, like he suffered damage. And he's just like, oh.
Yeah. He be crying. He be laughing. He be cheering everybody else.
And you know what? And you know what? When I I'll be honest with you. I was like, why is 17 in this? But he earned my respect. Vegeta really earned my respect. I mean, it's not that they didn't have it before, but I'm like, damn, when you push them to the brink, like, hey, my existence is being challenged. Man, the way they wrote this, I'm like, damn, 17 is that MVP. He's the quarterback that was the backup that won the Super Bowl. Damn.
Wow.
So he's Nick Foles.
Yeah.
And
if you notice, they didn't show Frieza after that attack from Jiren.
Yeah, he's gonna save Goku or Vegeta.
They're saving Frieza for the end.
Yeah, wow.
Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna be up with Frieza.
It's gonna be a rush. Look, it's gonna be 17 to go next. It's Frieza or.
It might be. I don't want to say it.
It might be who?
It might be Vegeta, and it might be Frieza and Goku in the end. It might be.
Do y'all want the fisticuffs?
Listen,
here's my thing. They're gonna have that callback to Whis talking about them working together. I'm telling you, if Toriyama puts Gogeta at the end, I'm going to freak out. I will.
You're gonna geek out. Well,
yeah. I mean, it probably won't happen, but they're gonna do that thing.
Yo,
something's gonna happen.
If they do good Gogeta, man, the internet is going to crack.
See, I think it will happen because they didn't introduce the earrings for no reason. You know,
that was for Kefla.
No, they did it for the robots too.
Yeah, and then who knocked them out when they were trying to fuse?
Gohan.
Yeah, so you know, I mean,
so you think it might be Vegito, Dave?
I do, because
they showed Vegito already in the Trunks arc.
Now here's the thing:
they wouldn't introduce a plot point and not expound upon it. Like
they already did, though.
No, they didn't. They didn't. It's like, yes, the earrings are legal. That is the plot point.
I get that, but it was already done with Kefla. That was the point of that.
That was the point of showing that the earrings are legal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
I hear you. Done. That's what I'm saying. It would be no reason to bring it back when they could have did it before that already. Then.
Yeah.
That was for Kefla.
No, but look at every time that it was done for the respective people that did it. They were down to their last ditch effort. In those cases, Kefla and the robots. That was like the last ditch option.
So what are you saying? The Supreme Kai is gonna be like, oh, well, you know what? Fusion guys and throw it in there.
Yeah, I do. Because that's how they're gonna achieve Ultra Instinct between both of them, like working offense and defense at the same time.
I don't know.
But you know, here's the thing: if Jiren being so cocky. If Goku were to say, "Hey, let me teach Vegeta the fusion dance," he'll sit there and be like, "Go ahead, go ahead and try."
Bro, I've been expounding on this. What if Vegeta already knows the fusion dance? What if he already knows it, yo? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Why would he know it though?
Well, why not?
No, he wasn't taught it because
he was in Otherworld. Remember when he was in Otherworld when he died before what's her name brought him back? He already knew a Super Saiyan 3 from Goku doing it. He already knew that. What if somehow he already knew that fusion dance? And I'm not even talking about the movie because we know that's non-canon. But what if he knew the fusion dance? Or what if Goku taught him right then and there? Far-fetched. What if he taught him right then and there and they did it? Who knows?
If
that would be corny as fuck though.
What if they bring Gogeta? Come on, bro. That I'm telling you.
What?
No, I'm a Gogeta fan. I
love Gogeta. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, we know.
Because we know Vegito is Vegeta dominant. Gogeta is Goku dominant. But
exactly
the thing with that, like, if you wow, but if you see, look at their faces in halves. It's like one and the other. Like
that's why they got the name first. Gogeta. Goku heavy and Vegeta heavy.
I mean, for the ending though, even though I want to see fusion, I don't think it's gonna happen because they've been hinting at Goku going Ultra Instinct to finish this fight with Jiren.
Yeah.
Or the powered up version of it. You know.
Right.
Saying that, but then everybody keeps reiterating teamwork.
That's true.
I feel like it's gonna be Vegeta and Goku because they keep every episode. They gotta work together. They have to do this. Like, and then you see this episode when they were separated, everybody started freaking the fuck out because they felt like they needed to be together. I just feel like it's just it keeps getting stabbed in your head that teamwork. You have to work together. I think you're gonna get some type of fusion. Now, whether they stay in that fusion or get knocked out of that fusion, I don't know. But I do think a fusion is coming.
And knowing Toriyama, there's gonna be a surprise ending. Something's gonna happen.
I think everyone. Yeah. I think everyone's gonna get eliminated. I told you
Xenosaurus gonna be like, "Oh, this shit is lit. Let's do it every year." I'm telling you.
All right, but I mean, with that being said, you know, Goku got the pimp smack kick, and you know.
And knocked him back to base form too. Dang, yo.
Yeah, he didn't even knock him. He didn't even knock him down to Super Saiyan God Red. He knocked him down to base Goku. He's like, "F your couch." Like, what?
Basically.
But you know, now
it was like that scene in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. He smacked the highlights out of her head.
All right. So Biff, the previews for 127. Lead us in.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was all on looking at theories and stuff. Basically, I don't know if you've seen some of the spoilers or not that's been posted, but this is basically everybody thinks that this is going to be 17's final episode
because of the title.
Yeah, final barrier.
Yeah, which kind of gave it away, which really sucks. But
yeah, they should stop doing that too. Like putting those titles. They need to stop doing
that. Gohan's last stand. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the approaching obstacle and trusting hopes of the final barrier. So basically, in the synopsis, it says even though wounded, 17 lends Goku and Vegeta help in their battle against Jiren. Against Jiren and his overwhelming power, 17 helps Goku and others by acting on a very desperate strategy, i.e., see ya. So next week should be lit. We're getting down to the limb, you guys. So basically, it should be. I think it should only be climactic from here until the end.
Yeah, no mention of Frieza. Yep.
Yeah. So we started out super climactic with this one. Then the last 5 minutes has been lit thus far, even though we're only in the first minute of the last 5. So hopefully, you know, next week will be as interesting as this week.
This was a great episode.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good episode. And you know what, you guys? They didn't even use the typical slow down opening music for Vegeta's power because we know that.
But you know the theme song they played was Master Roshi's final Kamehameha.
Oh,
that was Roshi's theme. Where he was like live a good life. Yo.
He gave it his all, old bastard.
Yo, make you sad, Joe. Make you want to cry.
I knew it. I was nostalgic, but I was like, I couldn't figure it out. They changed it up on my ass because I was looking for the music.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know, when Goku go Ultra, you know the theme is coming back, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We know that.
Look, these final battles, the last couple, these episodes need to be lit like the freaking, you know, introduction of Ultra Instinct. It has to be like that for the home stretch. I just hope. Yeah, go ahead.
I think is 30 and 31 gonna be a combined episode.
No.
What, 129 and 131?
We meant 130, 131. You know how they like
did the special?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. They would have said it by now.
Yeah, that was just one episode.
Right.
What if it's left on a cliffhanger with the Grand Priest revealing himself to be evil?
The John Priest.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
I still think that's gonna happen too. Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm telling you, something's gonna happen where it's gonna be everyone's disqualified, and John Kreese is gonna sit there like what? And he's gonna get mad at everybody and try to go wreck shop.
And don't forget, we still have 2 Zenos. I
think what's gonna happen is like the Grand Priest is gonna turn on the Zenos, as are all the angels, and because they're the only ones that are almost as powerful as the Zenos, and I think Whis is gonna be the only angel to hold out.
Well, I think his sister too.
Marguerite.
Is that her name?
Marguerite. Talking about over 11.
Wait, no,
Whis' sister. What's her name? Ain't
Marguerite?
No.
Marguerite. You talking about 11?
No.
6.
Champa
Plus,
Champa.
Whis'
Vados.
twin sister.
Yeah.
Vados.
Vados. Yeah, Vados. I think it would be Whis because remember this, Dave. Why do you think he was training Goku and Vegeta?
Insurance policy.
I don't think it was just for the food or this tournament. I still think there was something bigger that he was training them for.
Demons.
Like, my thing is,
that's a possibility. I will.
You said what?
For Jimmy Gra and Tora and Mira to be in the next series.
Zabora and all that.
That'd be so good.
Like, my thing is I think all the angels are gonna, like, as soon as the last elimination happens, I think Frieza is gonna parlay with all the remaining angels and they're gonna try and take over the remaining universe. Since, like, that was an odd decision to make, like, the only ones that will be spared from destruction are the respective angels of the universes. So I think that's gonna be a plot point at the end.
Yeah, with them announcing that Super's ending, it's so much because there's the 4 other universes that still exist. What else? The Oob. You got Oob. You got the planet Sadala arc. It's just so much, man. It's so much.
Now, you know what?
They're gonna do an Oob arc because, like, the Oob arc, the Oob storyline in Dragon Ball Z is called the Perfect Future story arc, and that means like all threats have been taken care of, and that Goku essentially just trains Oob. There's nothing else for him to do.
But remember this, Dave. They already mentioned Oob already.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they already mentioned him already in Super. So you gotta. We've been watching Super for so long, and just even Dragon Ball Z. Toriyama just doesn't put stuff to put it there. He'll plant a seed like in one place, and then like 80 episodes down the line, it comes back up. You're like, what?
And do like a throwback or a flashback to a conversation, and you like, really?
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Like Vegeta in the Planet Sadala arc. There's something why he keeps saying, I gotta bring them back. That's the setup for a future arc.
Or a possible Dragon Ball spinoff.
Well, there you go.
Nah, I don't think they'll do a Dragon Ball spinoff.
You never know. All right, but
forget that. Give me Ribrianne, yo. Bring back Ribrianne.
Yeah, put her in Dragon Ball Fighters.
I see Universe 2 fight. Like, I just want to see them like.
I also have a very far-fetched theory, kind of out there. I want to run this past y'all, but I think Jiren will. Like, one theory is that Jiren will win and wish the universe is back.
Or Goku and friends might do the same.
Yeah. Well, we already know Vegeta said he would. Well,
no, Vegeta said he would wish Universe 6 back along with the respective planets and stuff. He didn't say anything about anybody else.
Here's the thing, though. We already know the ending of Z, though. We already know the ending, so we already know they survived.
Yeah.
So that's given. But no, I agree. I think, the universe.
Now, you see, New Gaming Order audience, this is a preview to what Dragon Ball theories we're gonna explore once this is over, because you see how it's such a good conversation, and it just, we can go on and on about it, but I have to pump the brakes for time because I want to watch Monday Night Raw.
An hour already passed.
Well,
I know.
Well, Bailey Martinez.
Good conversation.
All right. So, Biff, in conclusion, what are your thoughts about the episodes as a whole, and I'll go down the line.
Okay. Definitely as a whole, you guys know I'm Team Vegeta. I even held it down this weekend with all my Vegeta outfits on.
I saw you dressed up as Goku. I saw that.
That was shut up. I am just proud. I'm finally happy Toriyama is giving my man some type of shine without, having to negate anything that he does, without having to negate any of his actions. This is the second episode we've had probably this year with Vegeta that's just been shining like a light, and it's finally good to see him getting some shine without a but or maybe or I'm gonna do this. So I'm happy there.
Huh?
What the heck? You sound like Noop right there too.
But yeah, I'm so glad. I'm definitely excited for the next 4 episodes. I'm definitely on the edge of my seat.
All right.
I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
All right, bet. All right, free play mode. Your thoughts on the episode as a whole?
I thought it was a great episode. One tidbit I did like that they threw in there. They made sure to highlight how much better of a family man that Vegeta is over Goku.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Vegeta's motivation for fighting outside of getting stronger than Goku is his family. Like, he wants to protect his family. That's his motivation. And I'm glad they put that in there, because I've been telling people like Goku and Vegeta's motivation for fighting is a lot different. Goku is essentially the Ryu of the series. He
Just fights to fight.
He fights just to fight, and he fights for the sheer purpose of getting stronger and nothing else. That's his sole motivation. Like, and he neglects everything because of it. His family, everything.
Well, we knew he wasn't a good daddy when Piccolo took care of them kids. We have to
I like how they like purposely spotlight that in this episode, though.
But you know what, Dave? I agree. But there was the one episode in the Goku Black saga when Zamasu had Goku pinned up against the wall and basically saying, you know, after he took his body, he killed Goten and Chi-Chi. Yo,
Goku flipped out. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he cares about his family, but
he doesn't. I'm not saying Goku doesn't care about his family, but he's very neglectful.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I think their levels are different. Their levels are different.
But you mentioned like killing his family. Yo, Goku, he broke them that time.
He got stabbed by a god sword and broke it, and then freaking bodied Zamasu.
He's like, I will not forgive you. Yo, yeah, that's one thing. When Goku gets pissed, yo, that boy be on point, yo.
That's why my theory is, if something happens to Vegeta, that's probably gonna pull out the offensive side. Of instinct, but we'll see how that goes.
I don't know, because
you guys, we gotta close. We are running over.
Yeah, but Demiso, your closing remarks.
I think going towards the end of the series, I have a feeling they're going to end it on the cliffhanger and wrap it up in a movie. I truly believe that.
But I thought the movies were separate canon than the series.
Well, no. So Battle of Gods and Frieza, they're continuations of one another, but it was
retold
in Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, got
they
it.
They just expounded on a lot more stuff than
exactly. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shinmar, to wrap it up, your thoughts on the episode as a whole.
I enjoyed the episode. I was very hyped about it. I'm glad, Vegeta had a rival of his own. I want to hit Vegeta rematch now. It was really good. I'm really sad though that they announced the ending of Dragon Ball Super, and it's like, Dad, what are we gonna do after 31? We gotta wait, for so long. But
listen to Biff on her Dragon Ball Z podcast.
Absolutely, and I think we should review the English dub next.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I can't do that, yo. I'm sorry. Too much of there are certain animes that are good English dub, and there are certain ones that are not.
Wait, Dave, don't do it, because you is gonna get upset.
I'm not even because we're overtime. I'm not gonna say a word. I'll say something next week.
Yo, Dave took it there, yo. But you know what? Okay, that's for another time. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna actually.
No, the dub isn't bad. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a purist, and I prefer the Japanese. I do.
Unbelievable.
Come on, Kakarot, let's fight.
Come on. He said, "Come on." He said, "Like you ain't buying it." Come on.
Yeah, all right, guys. But if you want to keep up, we are New Gaming Order. We're on Twitch. We have our actual website, NewGamingorder.com. You can find us on YouTube at NewGamingorder.com. If Shin and Alex would like to plug in anything, any events coming up, plug in your names and your particular pages.
All right, go ahead, Shin.
Yeah. So end of this month, February 26th, another Dragon Ball Fighters tournament at the Microsoft Store in Bridgewater. The launch day tournament was a success, so stay tuned. I'm actually going to be putting the information up either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, which will probably be Wednesday. But yeah, so make sure you follow me Geek-N-out _official, and check out my YouTube page, Shin War. That's all I got.
All right, Demizzle. Well, yeah, you already plugged earlier, so.
Yeah.
All right, and Biff, he done cut me off. I didn't get to say my part, but that's okay. no, it's all good. Yeah, because you see, I want to thank everybody, to include Shin Takuma, who's never getting my invites to the server. Unbelievable.
Shin Hahuma.
Tahuma. Oh, he lost his name Shin in that battle for the Battle of the Shin.
The Shins.
No,
You heard about that?
Dude, it's like WCW all over again. Yo, I'm gonna fight you for the letter T.
And he lost. He's like, now you just Booker. Dang.
Your name Booker.
Yeah. But
Your name Booker.
now, but I want to. And he's calling me the fake Shin. Shut up. Unbelievable. But shout out to Takuma in the chat, Slinky Jim, and to everybody that comes together to help New Gaming Order, because now that we kind of refocus, doing some great things, and a great addition is Biff and Shinwar, from Geek-N-out, helping out. I mean, we have a nice little product here. So rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on NewGamingorder.com for the latest and greatest. Be sure to check out my brother and sister stations, my affiliates, and we will see you next week. Same time. Well, we're gonna try to have an 8 o'clock start time. Hopefully that's doable for everybody. All right.
Shinwar got button fever, yo.
Oh wait.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Shin Takuma wants a rematch for the name Shin.
Tell him to fake Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna put something in the Discord for you, because I found something that's kind of funny for you.
I'm not fighting him. He lost.
He is invoking his rematch clause.
No, it's over a year? No. Still got Dragon Ball? Go ahead.
All right, so thank you all for watching. Thank you to the staff and guests for the show, and we'll see y'all next time.
I don't work for you no more.
Why? We got to do contracts, honey.
Yeah.
You say Monique.
Partner.
Wow.
He's talking about staff. I'm partner. I don't work for you.
Talking about ass. What?
I'm getting off.
Oh my. Unbelievable. All right, New Gaming Order audience, Geek-N-out and FreePlay mode, respectively. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.